Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mystery Death Theater 5000. I am ChrisJabberwock, and I'm flying solo today. Going to be playing a little bit of Stranglehold. This was a sort of voted on by Twitter followers, and I was just wanting to do something that was an action movie game. We're running a bit short on schedule lately, so I'm going to be doing this as a kind of a quick one-off just to, you know, have a little bit of action movie fun. I love this genre, I love these films, and I think it's time we just go ahead and jump on into this pseudo... Anywho. So how you doing out there? You good? Good.
Curious about your missing cop? Send one man to Kowloon Square. Find the Golden Rabbit. One man, 1 hour.
Sir, this is a Denny's.
I walk in there, my cover's blown.
And there'll be 2 missing cops.
Relax, everybody. This guy doesn't give us orders. I'm not sending in one man. I'm sending in a whole SWAT team.
In the form of this one
You're
guy.
not giving orders either, Tequila.
We got a missing cop, and only one lead. You stand in the SWAT. The lead dies or disappears.
One guy'd be crazy to go in there.
You used to be that crazy guy, Jerry. What happened?
Well, first I lost my accent, and then I got a different voice actor, and then I got a haircut, and, well, things just haven't been the same.
Tequila, don't. It's a setup.
I hope so. I hate to think they were wasting our time.
Tequila, get back here.
So the idea that they would do a spin-off or pseudo successor to Hard Boiled, or at least take the Tequila character in a different direction, it's a trip. Interesting premise for a video game. But oh yeah, look at that bloom. Look at these Unreal Engine 3 textures. Hell yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, so they actually show the van getting into there so that you can't, you won't be able to get through. Oh, that's right, like all this, oh god. Yeah, maneuvering in this game is interesting, so I think you've got the, you got the dives. Oh yeah, we're in it now, everybody. Man, there's not even any reloads. Oh god, why do I want to invert the camera controls? What kind of monster do you think I am? Alright. Ah, here we go. Alright, get our tutorial stuff. Now, one thing this absolutely does get correct from the Hong Kong action films of the kind of mid to late 80s and the early to mid 90s is the amount of destruction of the environment is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it definitely gets you, does your body good, you know what I mean? Or does the bad guy's body's not very good, but does you very good. Yes, I get it. Tutorial messages and all that shit. Who the fuck cares? Alright, here we go. Alright, shoot all the sparklies. Stylish kills get you stars. Alright, and... Whoa, I actually missed that guy. Didn't realize that. Ugh. And... Anyway. So I have been personally a fan of these types of action movies for a very long time. Probably longer than some people would think is appropriate for someone that was at the age that I was watching some of these movies. But it has been absolutely inspirational to me as a filmmaker and as a storyteller and all that sort of such. Because honestly, when it comes to someone like John Woo, it doesn't get much better than something that is an emotionally engaging story with super high melodrama and super high theatrical action. And as a video game, this does pretty okay as a as one of those types of, you know, because there's many things it does. Because right, so like for instance, the area we just came through has good geography. Because that's one of the main things that sets people like John Woo and Ringo Lam and Tsui Hark and those types of Hong Kong action filmmakers from sort of the generic stuff is that the use of geography in the coordination and in the stunts and the story of the action sequence gets you more engaged into that. it allows you to have elements of playing with shapes, with angles, with verticality, and things of that nature. Okay, that was a waste of a perfectly good cigarette there, guy. Could have stuck it in a bad guy's eyeball or something. And also, if you're thinking to yourself, oh gosh, he's starting to talk about movies, did I just walk into a nerd rant? Well, yes, you did. If you wanted to have some content from this channel, well, this is what you're going to get for today. And I would have done this with other folks, but I just didn't have the opportunity to get scheduled for that sort of thing lately, because, yeah, it's been pretty busy. He was just going to ask the guy what type of hat he was wearing because he wanted one for his own self. Uh-oh. Whoa. Camera angles. He just can't take how bad the makeup is on that photograph. Ah! He's got to shoot his melons. Whee! Super fun watermelon slide. There we go. Whoa. So what's kind of unfortunate here is that by putting you in the middle of this environment, it doesn't really allow you to have those kind of clever uses of, as I was mentioning, of geography and spacing and things like that. And one of the things that I think actually video games have learned really well from good action films, that is to say, you know, even like as far back as like Sam Peckinpah and old westerns and, you know, war movies and etc., is pacing is so incredibly important in the types of encounters you're throwing at your protagonists. And that's the kind of stuff that really helps engage a viewer, and in the case of, you know, really well-designed levels in shooters, what engages the player. Because typically, you know, we're... there we go. We're given these sort of basic scenarios. Haha. I didn't even mean to do that. But you notice how, like, everything's just kind of, you know, this, for instance, was a very typical sort of arena melee situation, or I guess a free-for-all you would see. All these different angles, and so it's cool that it's very arcadey, but I'm personally someone who really likes the way that a good, well-staged scenario can be done with the likes of, you know, Max Payne. You know, good Doom levels are that way. That's just honestly, that's just how I feel about it, you know? But what do you think? I mean, maybe I'm being too picky, who knows? I honestly don't even know if that guy was a criminal, I just shot him anyway. Oops. Okay. God, I am so glad that I modified the FOV on this for the PC version. Yes. And then the Mexican standoff scene. Basically just taking the fact there was that one scene in Face Off and saying, hey, let's do a whole mode about that. Gotcha. Oh. And... there we go. Jesus. Oh, right. Yes. Okay, there we go. Nice little dive. Well, on the bright side, that guy's cabbages are for now, are safe. Alright, typical shooting gallery shit. Alright. It's funny, actually, as much as I'm complaining about this game, I do very much enjoy it and was happy to finally get a copy of it on the, This is the GOG version, currently. You do have to patch it a little bit to fix some of the widescreen elements and some other stuff like that, but it runs pretty good. I guess we'll have to see if this recording holds up. What's kind of unfortunate to me also about this sort of genre of the very action movie based shooter that oh sweet, because there was like this sort of trend, and there were really great mods for there was great mods for Half-Life, for Quake, for all these different, you know, games that would sort of bring a more action movie flavor. That's where a lot of these dodge mechanics actually started from, was how they were, because I believe Action Half-Life predates Max Payne by about a year, I want to say. Which is not to say that, you know, they ripped it off, because they made it, the way that Remedy used bullet time was very much their own thing. Anyway, there's been off and on these different video games that have clearly been influenced by action cinema. There's been stuff like Black, True Crime, Sleeping Dogs was another one that was a kind of a... Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, fine. I'll pick up your goddamn golden pistols. I don't like these things that much. Golden deagles. Jesus. Not a fan. Just not a fan. And see, I don't even get to use them in this cutscene event, scripted event anyway.
But be quick. There won't be any left after tomorrow.
And I do not believe this has subtitles, although I will check. Oh. Oh, right in the TV. There we go. Alright. Yeah, like Black was a really good game from this period that also had that sort of similar, like, super uber over-the-top action flavor. Do I have a door I'm supposed to go through? Is there something I'm supposed to do? Okay, let's look for a sparkly. Oh, there we go. Ah. Whoa. I forgot that was a thing you could do occasionally. Anyway, the unfortunate thing for these action movie-based titles is, you know, there's a mix, right? They're not always financially viable, and they're kind of niche as an action game title, and games like this have a lot of potential, but don't always land because of budgetary constraints, and sometimes it's the standards of the time in which they were made. Which, to me, I find really unfortunate and kind of sad, because I think this allows, you know, as we've seen with games like Max Payne 3, which very heavily inspired the gameplay of GTA 5, you know, they are very valuable parts of, you know, the design and artistry of video games. But that's me just, you know, being a big fucking nerd about it. And also just selfishly wanting my own, you know, the perfect game of this genre. Oh, jeez Louise. Let's see, can we boop right in your booty? Whoa. Oh, excuse you, sir. please. I'm in the middle of killing your friend here. Do you mind? And if you're wondering whether I will do nut shots with precision later, yes I will. We're just waiting for a good moment. And of course we have to do the restaurant battle, because of course we do. And truthfully, as a fan of these types of action movies, restaurant fights are awesome. You have so much cover, you've got sometimes these split tiers with banisters and railings and all that. I mean, this is just a staple of saloon fights and whooshy films and...
The way I like it.
You're the only one who...
There he is! I don't know about all y'all, but I am super excited that John Woo's making a new movie. I guess Silent Night is currently filming in Mexico City, I think, at the moment. And I'm very excited for that.
How come he's still not dead? We ran out of shooters. Why don't you go down and try? Young wants me at the Mega. The Imperial 9 deal is going down right now at the center table. Keep Tequila on that bar stool.
I'll get the super glue.
You got the passports?
Too light. You're short.
Wang agreed to the amount. Now, do you have the passports or not?
I don't give a damn what Wang agreed to. This is an I-9 deal.
Be cool. We got heat at the bar.
You brought a cop to our deal?
Wow, touchy. Dude's as unstable as a Simon Yam character in a Johnny Toa movie. Hey, game, could we actually, like, let me get back to play? Okay, actually, no, that's pretty cute. Oh, that's right. Hey, where did John Woo go in all this? Yeah, pretty much this is the attempt at the tea shop from Hardboiled's opening. We're doing a pretty decent job of it from a visual perspective. Oh, I certainly would love if they had staged the enemy spawners a little better. Which is one of the other interesting problems with doing these types of games, and I think one reason why they also have sort of fallen out of chic is that it is very challenging to do the pacing element that I was talking about, where you have these situations where you want to have the player constantly doing a certain amount of... They need to have a certain amount of action, right? And the Max Payne games found an interesting balance where they were able to make things still pretty engaging while not, you know, like... The body counts were big, but they weren't ludicrous. Like, I have gone through... God, I'm not even going to ask future me to go ahead and do a death count or a kill count for this, because Christ almighty, this is probably at least the amount that's in Hardboiled itself by this point, or will be pretty damn soon. I believe Hardboiled's count is 210, by the way, for anyone who's wondering if I've looked it up, because of course I have. Oh, god damn it, boss fight.
Boss, only one.
Boop. One more. No. Hey. All right, fine. I will. Oh wait, hang on. Boop. Okay, that's not gonna work. Do you have any more subordinates for me to kill? Nope, just that. Okay.
I told you not to go in alone.
I didn't. brought my true friends. This is what our need wanted us to find.
Grade A writing right there.
That's a signature hit. The ionized are the Dragon
Somebody
Ball
just
must-
give the Oscar to this game right now.
Wong's got the ionized hitting cops and dealing passports to Golden Cane. Except the deal went bad.
In all seriousness, though, the fact that this is the kind of dumb writing that you have for these types of movies from America, but it's done as an ode to the Hong Kong ones, I find very interesting. Which is not to say the Hong Kong action films didn't have their own, wild and silly plots. I mean, they certainly did. Tiger on the Beat is a blast in that regard, and so is even some of the John Woo stuff once in a while. But it's interesting to see that despite being inspired by one of the more dramatic pieces of the genre and the period, it's not as poetic. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do one more level next time on Mystery Death Theater 5000. Thank you for joining me, everybody. We'll see you next time. Also, my God, is he seriously just... for crying out loud, Tequila. Oh, I did promise one thing, though.